I'm Jerrill Sankey, I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. I've been living in Maryland since 1999, and I fucking love it here. I'm really still trying to find myself, but I feel like I don't really have to find myself no more in my brain. It's just whatever comes to mind. That's why it's Creative King. I think about it, I create it, and I conquer at the end of the day. I started planning for Creative King back in 2010. I was sitting down one day with my girlfriend, and I was drawing stuff, and I always wanted to make stuff. I had a friend that I wanted to make shit with, and like we'll get together and we was gonna make this brand, and we are gonna do this and do that. And after like the 8th year of him saying that and not saying that, I got tired of that shit. So one day I asked my girlfriend, I said, hey, you good with computers? If I draw something, can you make it come to life? She said, yeah. So one day I sat down, took a hat I bought from the flea market and just gutted it, got the dimensions, and I tried to sew it by hand at first. That shit was stupid, but after that, my mom, the mother that she is, went to Walmart and bought me a $100 Singer, and I started from there, sitting at my living room desk, trying to make hats, cutting out patterns on my coffee table. They came out looking wonky as fuck, but at the end of the day, they came out being a product that I'm happy with. When I realized I can sew was when I made the 4th hat. The first 3 was total bust. Cause I want everything to look perfect, like right off the bat. And like, if it ain't, sometimes I get discouraged. I'm like, man, what the fuck am I doing? I shouldn't be in no sewing machine. I'm 30 years old, like sitting in a sewing machine trying to learn some shit. But then I was like, well, you know what? If I give up on that, it just would make sense. And I'm not really a quitter. And when I vision something to be perfect, at the end of everything, me trying all my triumphs, it will become what I envision it to be.
How did you go about getting your hats in stores?
Damn, that's funny. Because when I moved to Hamden, I was trying to sell stuff on the internet, but people on the internet, they just look at photos and shit and like stuff, which is, I mean, cool. I can't make nobody buy my stuff, but one day I was contemplating going to 16 tons, so I don't know, I was nervous about it and sitting in the house, so I decided to just smoke 2 blunts back to back. And I grabbed the bag and went down that high shit, talking to Daniel Wylie and showing him my hats or whatever. I just said, fuck it.
My name is Daniel Wylie. I'm the owner of 16 Tons in Baltimore. I met Jerrill when he came into my store to show me some hats that he was making on his kitchen table. And what he showed me looked beyond what the self-taught sewer could do. I immediately thought of a local company that was a production sewing house, and it was like a match made in heaven. I had a young man who was had ideas. He was industrious. He was already making his own stuff on just a sort of homeowner sewing machine. So I put him in touch with Jeremiah at Holdfast, and it according to Jerrill, has set his life on an entirely new path, which I think is fantastic.
Daniel gave me a call and said, hey, I got this guy who's making these hats. He seems really ambitious and he's looking for a career change. I saw his hats and I could tell that he is a driven and motivated person. And, you know, you can't train that. You can't teach that.
I was a fucking janitor for 8 years at a high school, and I can't believe I did that shit that long. But I'm glad I did work that job for so long, because it made me realize my self-worth, me as a person, and I really climbed out of a fucking pit for real. Like, working a job that I feel as if was dead end, doing the same routine every day, cleaning up the same fucking kids. And another thing, I got tired of seeing your kids come and go. That shit got old. Like, I couldn't see myself doing that. Got people around you saying, well, I'm gonna retire this job when I'm 50, gonna get my pension and get my 401k. I was like, fuck that, man. Like, I'd rather not have none of that shit and work for a job that don't even offer that than work that shit every day. So if you feel like you want to like break out and do something with your life and do something that you think you can do that shit, man. Ain't nothing to talk about. You don't need to go speak to your pastor. You don't need a pep talk. You know what I mean? Just do the shit, yo. If you fail, you fail. Just keep pushing at it. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you.
Who inspired you to keep going?
Who inspired me to keep going? I'm gonna say, first and foremost, I'm gonna say Paul Hutson.
I feel like him and I kind of came up together in a lot of ways, me with the music and him with the hats, and we kind of really pushed each other the entire way. It was really, you know, every time he would start getting down about hats and kind of thinking like, oh man, like it's not coming together, I don't know, this, that, the other, you know, I'd be sitting there telling him like, don't stop, keep going, man, you got it. And same with me, whenever I was sitting there kind of down on my music, like, you know, I'm not really working with anybody right now, I'm not really liking the beats I'm making, you know, he was sitting there like, nah man, you got it, like don't stop. So I think we kind of kept each other up, and we've found kind of similar success at the same time, and I think it's so cool how both of us saw the evolution of each other's craft over the years from literally the ground up.
He's just very inspirational. From when I first moved to the city, watching him make music, filming all the time, always out running and ripping and running, doing this, not getting no damn sleep, and just seeing that, him being like 5 years younger than me, gave me the drive that I have. And it's not really bad to look up to a person that's younger than you. That's not bad at all. If anybody think that's bad, I think they need to really look at that and really learn what inspiration is, because I don't think that's a bad thing at all. And I really look up to that dude on some hierarchy shit, for real. I'm a graphic person. I like graphics that stick out. I like graphics that turn people's head in disgust. I don't know, I'm just that dude that like to make a message, send a message without getting attention on purpose. I'm one of those people. Like my creative process don't come from line sheets or printed out hat models and what the hat's gonna look like, this, that, and the third. No, it's just me dumping a bunch of fucking fabric in a pile and walking up to it, and as I'm walking up to it, as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking 2-panel or 5-panel or 6-panel, and then the color scheme comes, or the different textures I want to use, or the style I'm going for, whether it's an Elmer Fudd style like 5-panel quilted, or flannel, or some Davy Crockett shit with the Angora fur on the brim, or like something like that. Or I can make bucket hats and shit like that and just go in, man. Like, just have fun. It's all about fun for me. Like, when I'm making stuff, after a while, if I feel like I done conquered what I made, I get bored, and then I look for the next patterns. Or that's why Creative King, I make whatever comes to mind. I never really try to make Creative King like what's going on now. I really cater to like just people that just like cool shit. Like, I'm not gonna say a certain age group I cater to, but like, it feels real good, like running into somebody that just really vibe with your brain. So seeing people wear my stuff is a big blessing. I love it. Right now I'm content with just selling in the stores that I'm at. I'm not really chasing like being a bunch of places, because I'm the only person making these hats right now. So it's like really on some supply and demand type thing. I mean, if it grows to be that, I don't make people wait on purpose, but that we just go according to like what my schedule is and how I feel. And I'm kind of bored now because I want to make more stuff and go to bigger, better things. But try to still apply making it myself without even have to think about sending some shit out to China to get made by, I don't know, other people that's not really, not American made products. I just want to push that. That's what I'm trying to push. People can find my stuff at 16 Tons and 1021 West 36th Street in Baltimore, Maryland, or A Bottle of Bread, 2007 Fleet Street, Baltimore, Maryland. Last Place on Earth in Ellicott City, and www.creative-king.com.